of my beautiful nation and what it means to me. Not a thing out of place, that's what's special about it. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight, just the beginning of our lives. Sweet Grenada, this is home, yes. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight, just the beginning of our lives. Sweet Grenada, this is home, home, home. Sweet Grenada, yeah, this is home.
All right, Grenada, Carrico, Pidi Monding, and the rest of the world, I'd like to welcome you to another Mikey Life program, people. This is where it all happens. We are talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. We try to make sure that you miss nothing. All that's happening here in Grenada, in St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Guyana. We tell you what's happening. Folks, we have no horse in the races. So we give you undiluted, unbiased, unfiltered, professionally and accurately news. You understand? We want to welcome those of you who are joining us on YouTube. Yeah, big up to all in a man, big up to the YouTube viewers. Also, we'd like to say hello to the people who are tuning in via Facebook. You're always on the business, so big up to all the Facebook viewers. Also, we must say hello and welcome to the people who are tuned in right now on WPG10. That's cable TV channels 10 and 11. Big up to the staff as well of WPG10. Olia, we are a real thing to tell all you about. You know what I mean? Early morning crash. We'll tell all you about that. Grenadian nurses to celebrate International Nurses Day. NAWASA issues new valve regulation. We'll tell you about that. And that NADMA disaster awareness quiz commences. We're going to tell you about that. Several schools are participating in this CPEA set for next week. We're going to tell you about that. Kirani James says mother dies. Of course, and so many people expressing condolence. You know, there's a lot of tributes and so on particularly on social media about the passing of Kirani James's mom. So we're going to tell you about that in a while. The National Democratic Congress also expresses condolences to the James family. Anderson Peters searches for more even after recent achievements, and the fight among police officers ends in death in Guyana. We have that and more to tell you about, and we also have some follow-up stories that we want to tell you about as well. All right, so folks, brace all yourself now. We're gonna come back. We want to let you know that the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of Duty Free Caribbean and Colombian Emeralds International and WPG10. So when we come back, it gonna be real news in all Lili Lolo. In addition to that, people, make sure all you sit down and relax all yourself. I encourage most of you, well, all of you, in fact, to share the program, because only when you share the program, other people gets to see, particularly those of you on Facebook. So all you drink all the coke and thing. We're coming back.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60, but as benefit expenses continue to rise and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rate in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
The excitement builds for the Grenada Music Festival 2019. 3 nights of pulsating live music and great food. The festival kicks off on Friday, June 7th with Rhythm and Soul featuring Freddie Jackson, Carrie Hilson, Eddie Bullen, Jefferson Ramirez and the Solid Band, and more. Saturday is Reggae Fest with performances by Busy Signal, Maxi Priest, Kamani Marley, and a special surprise guest. The festival climaxes on Sunday, June 9th with Soca Fusion featuring the All-Stars with Blacks and Teddyson John, Patrice Roberts, Was Ways, and many more. General admission Friday and Saturday $80. Sunday you pay only $60. Limited early bird, season pass, and VIP tickets now available at gotofet.com. It's the most talked about event of the year, GMF 2019. June 7th to 9th. Get your tickets today.
To keep it fresh, chill it. To get it hot, cook it. To keep it clean, wash it. Do all that and more with top brand appliances from Quartz. Try that recipe on a new stove. Keep those fruit bowls chilled in the latest design fridge. Get laundry done with a brand new washer and dryer combo. Purchase any Whirlpool product and get a chance to win $8,000. Shop with Quartz Ready Finance and pay nothing until June. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
All right, folks, we tell all you when we take a break, it just be short. All right, so welcome back, and of course, so we are ready to tell you some things. Welcome to those of you who missed the opening, but you are here with us right now. All right, so folks, let's get right into what's making the news. And the first thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, is International Nurses Day, about to be celebrated here in Grenada and around the world. That is right. Now, International Nurses Day is Sunday, 12th of May. And the nurses here in Grenada will be having their celebrations. They commence their week of activities with a church service at the Anglican Church, Church Street, St. George's. Now the theme, Nurses, a Voice to Lead, Health for All. Organized annually by the International Council of Nurses, International Nurses Day celebrates the contribution that nurses make to societies around the world. The date has a very strong significance, being the birthday of perhaps the world's most famous nurse, Florence Nightingale. Alongside the encouragement of a fully deserved congratulations owed to nurses, the organization also produces an International Nurses Day kit to educate and assist health workers around the world with a different theme each year. Past publications have focused on working with poor, fighting AIDS, equal access to care, and sustainable development. In advance, we would like to wish all nurses of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, and by extension the world, happy International Nurses Day, which will be on Sunday, 12 May. I do not know if there's much that our nurses can celebrate here in Grenada. As much as they may be trying their best to deliver healthcare services to the average man here in Grenada and woman, it is proving to be a challenge. There's nothing to celebrate really here in Grenada where healthcare is concerned. Now the personnel, I know they are trying their best, but I'm not too convinced that the system allows for the nurses and the doctors to properly care for our people. Basic medication and services are not available in some of the health centers in which the Grenadian people are encouraged to go to whenever they get ill. And that's just sad. We really do need to do much more about healthcare in Grenada. There's a lot that can be done, and it's not happening. I'm not convinced that we are taking healthcare as serious as we should. In the Pure Grenada Cup football competition, boy, we had games last night, and there are going to be games tomorrow. There are going to be games tomorrow as well. St. Patrick Crown City Strikers, they ain't playing that, you know. They lost when they played the first game at the National Stadium at the beginning of the tournament. Now the St. Patrick team, they defeated last night St. George's Royal Cannons 3-0. You understand? They come for war. You understand? And then in game 2, St. Mark's Western Stars, they played up against the National Under-23 team, and that game played to a 2-all draw. All right? So the next set of games will be tomorrow. Yeah, the nurses taking more prominence on the program than they should. Anyway, let's go. The next thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, NAWASA has put out a notice regarding valve regulations that you would need to know about. Now, according to NAWASA, they have been forced to institute a valve regulation schedule for the Mama Can's water system effective May 9th, 2019, that is today. Affected consumers or customers are encouraged to take note of the schedule, and they are also advised to collect and store a 3-day supply of 35 gallons of water per person per day. Now the schedule is on your screen. So St. Andrew, Mama Can, PT Esperance, Bellevue, The Canal, Lambert Bridge, Crowshoe, Grand Bacalet, Cafe, Hope City, Hope through to Mount Carmel Junction. All right, the daytime or nighttime supply is available daily, let's say from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. After that, you will be without water. Please be advised that the information provided is based on the current water levels and it is expected to change without prior notice depending on availability of supply. The authority continues, they say, to monitor the water system and its capacity to meet the demand and will keep affected consumers fully aware of their supply status as information becomes available. Consumers, you are encouraged to collect and store water in clean covered containers prior to interruptions in your supply. You are also advised to manage your water supply taking into consideration the needs of your family members and your pets. NAWASA say that they are committed to meeting customers' needs. We are moving on. Olia, the next thing that we have to tell Olia boy, Tourism and Civil Aviation Minister announces new direct American Airlines service from Charlotte, North Carolina to Grenada. All give us a clap. Yeah, son. All give us a clap. Grenada, we're doing thing, and I mean the destination is okay, you know. Yeah. Now, Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation, Honorable Clarice Modest Cohen, has announced that the American Airlines will provide a new non-stop service from Charlotte, North Carolina to Grenada, and that's effective winter 2019. Now, American Airlines advised that the flight will be operated year-round, Saturdays on a 120-seat Airbus 319. Speaking about the new non-stop service, American Airlines analyst, International Network Planning, Alex McIntyre said, quote, "This route is a testament to their high confidence in and commitment to the Grenada market." Now, Charlotte, North Carolina is one of American Airlines' top 9 hubs in the United States, along with Chicago, Dallas, Fort Worth, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, Philadelphia, Phoenix, and Washington, D.C. This new gateway will facilitate ease of movement of passengers from other Charlotte district to St. George's, Grenada. Now, Minister Modest Cohen was excited about the announcement, saying that Pure Grenada, the spice of the Caribbean, is happy with the confidence shown by the American Airlines in our destination, and we look forward to continued growth of our partnership to develop this and other routes in the future. The new non-stop service will begin December 21st, 2019. Oh, they give us a clap, no man, we doing proper thing. No japper thing. Yeah, dog, be the next story to tell you about, boy, today. The Communal Cooperative Credit Union Limited announced their new brand ambassador, Mr. Hollis, aka Map Mr. Killer. Yeah, son. So yeah, they happy to have Mr. Killer on board and things. So they had a nice like a celebration this morning and like a press conference in the business and them kind of business. So we go post the business on our website. You know what I mean? He's from the parish of St. John. He's a go-off man. He has won several soccer competitions locally, regionally, and internationally, and he continues to dominate the industry and make his presence felt and expose Grenada through his craft and his dance and his music and things. So he's I think he's worthy of the the position as ambassador for the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. Yeah, I mean, Olia, NADMA, they have their disaster awareness quiz, and it involves, I think, about 45 schools from around the world, the island. It's dealing with various hazards and so on, and testing the young ones, their knowledge and stuff. But it's a good idea to get them involved and things like that. You understand? And we have a special report now for you by the PRO of the NADMA, Oslin Crosby.
What is the time frame for hurricane's name to be repeated? What is the time frame for hurricane's name to be repeated?
6 years.
That is correct. Scientists believe that the sea is getting higher due to ships in the water. Scientists believe that the sea is getting higher due to ships in the water, making it happen.
False.
That is correct.
Woburn Methodist emerged one of the many winners, advancing to the semi-final round of the annual NADMA Primary School Quiz, which commenced today Thursday at centres across the island. Amassing a total of 365 points against the Blessed Sacrament's 180, the three-man Grade 5 team showed their dominance in the field, quizzed on 9 different hazards which surround us daily. The quiz, now in its 21st year, can boast of reaching over 2,000 students over time. The winning team from Methodist spoke of their success.
Well, I hope for friendly competition and to learn new things, and just all in all to have a good time.
Yes, I have learned a lot. I didn't know that there was a volcano on Mars.
Woburn Methodist to do even better and hopefully get into competitions in the future.
With the objective to increase awareness of comprehensive disaster management within the primary schools and to sensitize students and teachers on measures to reduce disaster risk, Principal of the Blessed Sacrament RC School, Hendra Simeon, concurred that she believes the objective is being met.
I think the quiz is a great idea that the NADMA has taken on, and of course situations like these, it allows for the students of course to explore different aspects, different areas, not only just on academics in school, but other areas that relate to their everyday life. As a country, of course, we experience disasters yearly, and it offers them the opportunity to do extra research, extra study. Although, yes, my school would not have made it onto the next round, we are going to try to do better for next year. And I think that preparation, just as we prepare for disasters, is the same way we need to prepare for our quiz.
The quiz will run from the 9th of May and the final will be held on Thursday, 6th June 2019. Reporting, I'm Oslin Crosby.
Thank you very much, Oslin. Yeah? And them young teachers and them bright too, you know. It's a nice young lady, and you know, she speaks very well. You know, she's very articulate. So yeah, pick up yourself a chicha. All right, good. Now, the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development and Religious Affairs request the presence of members of the Parent Teachers Association, PTA, of the St. Andrew Methodist School at a meeting this Friday, May 10th at 4:30 p.m. and that will be at the Grenville Basketball Court on Chapel Road, Grenville, St. Andrew. Now, according to the ministry, the purpose of the meeting is to address concerns regarding the structural integrity of the building's housing and the institution, the building housing the institution, and plans for the resumption of school. Now, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development and Religious Affairs, and the Ministry of Infrastructure Development, Public Utilities, Energy, Transport, and So we have to say all that? Oh God. Along with engineers from the Ministry of Infrastructure Development, Public Utilities, Energy, Transport. No, really? I just read a whole set of Public Utilities, Energy, Transport, and Implementation, and I gotta take it. Lord God. Anyway, to make a long story short, there's a meeting, and they would like for the members of the PTA to attend that meeting. The ministry is looking forward to the attendance of these persons, of course, because they would like to inform you of what is really taking place with the school. All right? Good. They say that they're looking forward to a productive meeting. Good. Now, CPEA. Now, the final external component of the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment, the CPEA, is scheduled for Thursday 16th and Friday 17th May 2019. Now, 1,949 students are registered for the assessment from 72 schools. These include 1,011 males and 938 females. Now, in 2018, 2,026 students were registered, 1,081 were males and 945 were females. The assessment commences at 9 a.m. and will be conducted in 52 centers throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. At 12:15 p.m. each day, all students are expected to finish the examination. CPEA will be open to all students who are 11 years of age before September 1st, 2019. It will consist of 4 multiple choice papers in the following areas: mathematics 50 items, language arts 50 items, science 50 items, and social studies 50 items. Each paper will be 75 minutes duration. Well, I think we will stop there for now, all right? So folks, you know how to prepare your students accordingly, all right? Good. Earlier this morning, boy, the day started with news of a serious crash in the St. Mark area. Listen, I never seen nothing so yet. It's like a shark bite out beside the car. No, on a serious note. Now, what we were told was there wasn't any serious or any life-threatening injuries out from this accident. But I never see that yet. It would have been a very close call for that vehicle driver. We do not know for sure what happened. But as you can see, that driver is lucky. Yes? And probably should be going to church. Yeah? If the church will open, tell him open it for you. Because you're lucky. That ain't luck, that's blessings. You understand? That's blessings. So, yeah. We are moving on. And the next thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, Kiwani James. His mother died yesterday, last night. You know, very sad. Indeed, you know, the tributes started pouring early last night when word started to circulate that she was rushed to the hospital and died. You know? Now, since then, in terms of institutions, we had the government through the Prime Minister expressing condolence and so on. He did so through a statement, and he said on behalf of the government and people of Grenada, he wanted to extend deepest sympathy to the James family on the passing of Miss Pamela James. They say a humble and wonderful person who was the mother of our Olympic champion Kiwani James. He says it is with great sadness that we learned of her sudden passing, and the nation mourns with the entire family, particularly with Kiwani, who through the years has been an immense source of pride and joy for our people. He said that just as we stood by his side in celebration of joyous moments, we stand with Kiwani in his period of loss, and we offer our prayers and support to him and the rest of the family. Also, we heard from the National Democratic Congress as well, you know, and in a statement today, the National Democratic says that the NDC and the people of Grenada are deeply saddened by the passing of Sister Anne James, mother of our Olympian and world champion athlete Kiwani James. It says that a mother is irreplaceable, since nothing can compare with a mother's love. We must take comfort in knowing that she has transcended to a better place in the arms of our Lord. It says that Sister Annie has played a fundamental role in the history of Grenada by giving the country her son Kiwani. Her contribution to his personal and professional success is well known and is a manifestation of the tremendous qualities she possessed. Her passing is a tremendous loss to her family, the people of Guave, and the entire country, says the National Democratic Congress. Yeah, boy. Well, you can imagine how they go off people are and things like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, boy. Folks, Anderson Peters. He is number 3 in the world. Okay? But the NCAA track and field leader in the javelin is still looking for more. He not settling. He was speaking to the media. Huh? And listen to our boy speak.
We go into this weekend with a lot of accolades, a lot of hype, and you seem to be taking it in stride. You know, it doesn't seem like any pressure. Does all that attention does that bring any pressure to you going into a weekend like this?
Not really, because last year was like pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
So this year we're just trying to like keep it cool, keep the SEC fever alive, trying to spread the fever around to the whole team. So we're trying to like stay as relaxed as possible and try to get most of the practice today, because today is the last like hard practice for the week.
At this point, as successful as you've been, what are you even still working on at this point?
Man, there's so much to work on. Like I never had, like my coach never, like every time he sees a video of me, he's like, oh, there's so much stuff to work on. Yeah. So there's never like a perfect throw. So there's always stuff to work on.
Is there anything in particular that crops up, a technique or anything that you just really have, that you're really trying to fix and perfect at this point?
Oh yeah, right now I'm just trying to fix my last position, which we call the C position. Yeah. It's like setting up the javelin so that it would like get the maximum power out of the throw. So that has been like pretty like messed up over the past few weeks, but I'm trying to like correct it so that I could even get a farther throw.
Have you surprised yourself at all how successful you've been?
To be honest, no, I haven't. Yeah. I'm yet to surprise myself. My goals are usually higher than what I receive every meet, so yeah. Like I'm going into a meet visualizing that I'm going to throw this, and I just throw a little bit shorter, so I'm not really surprised.
So you've always been a guy with pretty high expectations.
Yeah, yes sir.
Yeah. This is our very own folks, and although we have to appreciate them things, these are the guys who continue to work. We don't get to see what they go through just so that they can make their people proud. You understand? Yeah, man. So we cannot ignore them and downplay their contribution. You know what I mean? Nah, man. So all recognize them on the program too. And every night we had to do that. Recognize somebody in the business. And Anderson, tonight is your night. You understand? Big up to Cynthia, big up to Neki, Brenda, Bascom, big up to you too. Where you there in Grenada? Rolanda, big up your whole self too. I see you are Shara. Olia, here what I have to tell Olia, right? Britney Spears is seeking a restraining order against her ex-manager. A fight amongst police officers ends in death in Guyana. A teen charged with killing Guyanese national. There's a story that we told all you about a couple months ago. You remember they went on this boat cruise and somebody killed the guy because, of course, he had a different way about him. If you know what we're talking about, yes. A young man they catch for that, you know. A little boy, you know. But we go tell all you about that just now. That's why we take a little coke in the system and then we're coming back and we go tell all you about that, right? Although don't touch the thing, you know, because it's short break with a stick. Little thing.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Experience convenient and affordable learning with online and blended higher education programs from the UWI Open Campus. Access our quality assured degrees, diplomas, and continuing and professional education programs at a pace designed to suit your lifestyle. Ask about our prior learning assessment, which credits previous learning experience and fast tracks the completion of your degree. Own your future. Apply today. For more information, visit www.open.uwi.edu. The UWI Open Campus, opening doors to life-changing learning. We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60. But as benefit expenses continue to rise, and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rates in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
The excitement builds for the Grenada Music Festival 2019. 3 nights of pulsating live music and great food. The festival kicks off on Friday, June 7th with Rhythm and Soul, featuring Freddie Jackson, Carrie Hilson, Eddie Bullen, Jefferson Ramirez and the Solid Band, and more. Saturday is Reggae Fest with performances by Busy Signal, Maxi Priest, Kamani Marley, and a special surprise guest. The festival climaxes on Sunday, June 9th with Soca Fusion featuring the All-Stars with Blacks and Teddyson John, Patrice Roberts, Was Ways, and many more. General admission Friday and Saturday $80. Sunday you pay only $60. Limited early bird, season pass, and VIP tickets now available at gotofet.com. It's the most talked about event of the year, GMF 2019. June 7th to 9th. Get your tickets today.
Alright, I tell all is a quick thing. I'll play all the running all the mouth. What are you? Okay, good. What's her name? What's her name again? Is it Nika? Nika Riri something? Nika Riri? Something. I just saw your name there. You're top fan +2. I want to give you a ticket to the festival. Guys, and all agree I should give Nika a ticket because Nika is always on the program and maybe Nika never win nothing yet. Let me give Nika a ticket now. Eh? So Nika, you get a ticket. Alright, you get a ticket, you go to the music festival, alright? Good. Alright, let me put back with Tiki Day. Nika, just send me a message, you know. Some of y'all are telling all to send me a message and it'll take too long to send me a message, man. Alright, so we going again. So Ola, the next thing that we have to tell Ola about, boy, Britney Spears. Britney Spears, boy. All remember Britney Spears? You know, it's never a dull moment with Britney. So let me tell you what's happening with Britney, huh? Britney Spears is seeking a temporary restraining order against her former manager, Sam Lotfi, to keep him out of her life. The singer's attorney has filed documents on her behalf in Los Angeles asking for protection for his client, her father, and 2 sons. Now, according to the documents obtained by News, Lotfi has been sending harassing and threatening texts and tweets to Britney and her family, causing the star, quote, severe mental trauma, unquote, while interfering with her life. Lotfi, who was the Toxic Star's manager ahead of her meltdown a decade ago, also reportedly sent Britney's mother, Lynn, an unhinged text last week, inciting she should be more involved in her daughter's affairs. He suggested that Britney was spiraling out of control after recently completing a mental health program. He reportedly told Lynn, quote, "You are the one that's been breaking your back for your children your entire life, and yet you are still having to answer to people that have done nothing for your family, yet they are in charge. Quote, you need to stop allowing anyone to treat you poorly," unquote. Ironically, Lynn has since filed documents demanding to be included in the ongoing conservatorship case swirling around her troubled daughter. Now, Lutfi previously sued Lynn after she accused him of contributing to Britney's illness. Now, the two parties settled for an undisclosed amount. So, they're going to be having another hearing, I think is tomorrow. All right? Papayo, never a dull moment in the business. Huh? How are we looking for time? Audio. Now, the next thing that we have to tell all about, boy, a fight among police officers in Guyana. Quote unquote, fight, because he wasn't there and things like that. You know, according to reports, has ended in death in Guyana. We're going to join the newsroom in Guyana for that report.
See my son in this situation, like, oh God, pain, mommy, pain. It's like, I feel the pain because the actions alone, how he did, you could know that, like, oh God, pain, how much.
That was Joycelyn Ambrose, a mother of 7. She told the newsroom she was contacted on Tuesday, 2 days after her 25-year-old son Carlos Allen died at the Georgetown Public Hospital. The woman said she sells plantain chips in Madhya and left as soon as she heard the news about her firstborn.
I get contact Tuesday morning about 8:30. A message come and say, well, somebody want to talk to you. And then when I go to the person said that go down at the office like he missing since Saturday. In the height of coming down, a car come through, don't go to the office, got Albert Tong Police Station. When I was at Albert Tong Police Station, then I understand that my son dead and they're the mortuary.
Police headquarters would only say that Allen was involved in an accident at the Special Constabulary headquarters on Princess Street, Wortmanville, at about 9:30 hours on Saturday, May 4th, and died at the hospital the same day at approximately 3 p.m. The mother said the police at the Breakdown police station asked her if her son was ever sick.
So I said from birth to now I know that my son feeling sick. And from there, they took a statement from me.
The mother told Newsroom what she heard transpired at the Special Constabulary headquarters.
They said that they had some barbecue and one of the colleagues put one of the brother for lie down in the barracks, and within the barracks lying down, he go in and say, you is not a police. You can't be in the barracks here. Come out. In the height of the thing come out, the boy go and tell the brother that, well, one of them put you out. He come now and mustn't, I know, argument, and I can't really say nothing, what happened. But I hear they say the fight and the beat up and who beat, I know who beat who lash.
Newsroom understands that Allen was the father of a 1-year-old boy. He was recently promoted to Special Lance Corporal.
Yesterday, Wednesday, when they take the body, the whole body out now, and then I can see on the chest, swell, on the shoulders, got digs and bruises like bubble, like if you're not born, like if you're thing and bubble born thing. You could see over his head, get a long scar, his face, like twist swell. I know if you're coffee or whatever, but that was why I see, because I check he fine, but like it's more in his stomach and like his face and head and neck is where you get injuries.
While Allen is from Lot 111 Madhya, Potaro in Region 8, since joining the force in 2014, he lived at the Special Constabulary headquarters, barracks in Princess Street. His mother said she was making plans for him to have his own house.
He can go with father. He never had a father relationship. Out of there, it's like I grow here. And how I grow here, honest, truthful, working, because I still gotta toddle my son. You hear? So it was like hard. Send it to school, get it in. Yes, it's disgusting. Oh God, so disgusting. But nice too. You understand me?
According to a post-mortem done on Allen's body on Wednesday, he died from brain hemorrhage and blunt trauma to the brain. Commander of A Division Marlon Chapman told Newsroom that the persons involved in the accident are under close arrest as the investigation continues. Reporting for Newsroom, Esnel Patwo.
Thank you very much. Very interesting and sad story indeed. And we told you, and we just want to quickly deal with the story just a minute. We told you about an incident that happened in St. Lucia about 2 months or so ago, where a young man was killed because he was different, if you know what I mean. Well, police has probably made a breakthrough in that case.
En route back to Bordelais, teenager Matthew de Flermont Jr. carved out a boyish look of innocence, more suited for the schoolyard or playground. But the possible consequences of what confronts the teenage boy is grave. He's on trial for allegedly causing the death of Guyanese national Michael Pooran, who was fatally stabbed on February 24th this year. Pooran's mother, Debbie Lestel, is still struggling to come to terms with her son's killing. She says Michael Pooran was flamboyant, loved life, but was trouble to no one.
Justice. He wasn't a troublesome person or nothing, you know. You didn't have to kill him.
Lestel says she has one simple question for the suspect.
Ask him why you had to kill him, why?
Outside the Grosley courthouse, Debbie Lestel and her son's friend wait in silence. A mother and friend carrying the weight of Michael Pooran, a son and a friend on their shoulders. There are no easy answers, and there are no winners in such matters. The teenage suspect was taken back to Bordelais. There was no sign of support around him. He is scheduled to appear in court on the 21st of June, 2019.
Didn't have to kill him. It's not like my son had problem with you or anybody that I know of.
Stanley Lucian for the HGS News Force.
Thank you very much, Stanley. And folks, what we're going to do right now is we're taking a quick short break again. And when we come back, we got the NR and the weather.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60, but as benefit expenses continue to rise and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rate in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
Westerhall Rum's Masters of Calypso 4, Sunday, May 12th, Mother's Day at Spice Basket. Showtime 6 p.m. Early bird tickets $50, $60 after. Featuring live from Trinidad and Tobago, Lord Nelson. Lord Nelson.
Darling, I love it.
Gypsy. Gypsy.
You're only running all around.
And Saint Francine.
Darling, I ain't ready. So if you have a problem, dope is not the answer.
Grenada, Beast, Scholar, Hitman Inspector, Papa Jerry, Laura Lisa, Chain, and the 1974 Independence Calypso Monarch Original Inspector. Special award ceremony for Black Wizard, celebrating 50 years in the art form, all backed by the Royal Grenada Police Force Band. A special cocktail on entry for all mothers. Compliments Wester Hall Rums. Tickets available at Mitchell's Health and Wellness in Granada, Grenadian Optical in St. George's and Granada, Kittens Pharmacy in Grenville, St. George's and Granada, St. David's Pharmacy and Licks and Bites Guave. One special evening dedicated to mothers. Sunday, May 12th, 6 p.m. This will be one unforgettable show. Wester Hall Rums, Masters of Calypso 4.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
All right, you know what? Let me just do this. The weather is expected to be at around 28 degrees Celsius right now. That's the current temperature. And the minimum temperature for tonight is going to be 26 degrees Celsius. And folks, humidity 86%, wind 18 kilometers per hour, and precipitation 9%. All right, guys. We have exhausted all our time, so we'll not be able to run the NR. What we're going to do is we are going to post the national report on our website at the end of the program, of course, so that for persons who wants to view the NR will be able to see that. I want to say thank you for viewing. Have a good night, everyone, and we touch base tomorrow, God's willing.